talk about the impact of the word independent for Black women specifically. I like to give a lot of stories here, so I'm going to start with myself. Um, I am, again, originally from Los Angeles, California. I am the eldest of four girls, um, and I am the first of many things in my family. So the pressure of becoming, the pressure of figuring it out, the pressure of knowing, doing, being all the things was very, very present for me. Um, Very, very present. This idea that you have to have all the answers, this idea that you can figure it all out, this idea that you should be able to do everything on your own, this idea that you need to be strong, you need to be the strongest, you need to be the smartest, you need to be the prettiest, you need to have the biggest ass, you need to have all of the education, all of the degrees, all of the certificates, all of the fucking shit. Only, only for you to get all of those things and realize it is a very lonely place. Only for you to realize it is a very lonely place. Why? Because that doesn't set you up to be in effective relationships with other people, because you can accomplish a lot of shit. And then it positions you to be everything to everyone other than yourself. It positions you to feel inclined to be all these things that you don't have to be. And it positions you to have this idea, this positioning again, that I have to know it all, be it all, do it all, dot, 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 dot. And the person that gets left out of all of that shit is you. So while you're doing all the things, being all the things, accomplishing all the things, you are not happy, not satisfied, not cared for, not seen, not heard. You're quite frankly fucking invisible until someone else needs you for something. Because a lot of times we've then positioned ourselves to be independent. You don't hear in any other culture that encourages women specifically to be independent. Why, would you ask? Because that is not a real thing. That's not a real thing. Self-reliance is a real thing. Being self-sufficient is a real thing. Being independent is quite frankly obtuse from cultural needs, norms, and values. Being independent is obtuse from community. Being independent is obtuse from collective caring and the village mentality. It is obtuse from those things. So when we say we want people to care about us, we haven't questioned how we've positioned ourselves to not be cared for, and we sent the message that we don't need to be cared for, except we do, except we want them to read our mind, except we want them to guess, except we want them to just fucking know, except we want them to just figure it out, when we've consistently sent the message with or without saying that we don't need you. We can take care of it ourselves. Fuck what you got going on. If I have to wait, then if you don't figure it out, then if I have to ask someone, then if I even have to say that I need help, the shame attached to that is a whole nother conversation. So how are you communicating your needs when you refuse to acknowledge that you have them? How are you communicating your needs when you refuse to be honest with yourself and say that you need something? How are you communicating your needs? I just want you to envision, how am I communicating my needs if I act like I don't need shit? If I am embarrassed to ask for something, if I feel guilt for asking for something, if I feel embarrassed for asking for something, if I am questioning, if I come across as if I don't have it all figured out and have it all together, what does that mean about me? Y'all, the message you are sending is dangerous. The very thing you are attempting to avoid will be the very thing that takes your ass right on the fuck up out of here. Because why let it be that hard? Why let it be so hard for someone to give you a kind word without expecting anything in return? Why let it be so hard for someone to care for you? Because you deserve it, because you need caring for. Why? Now, we know part of the reason why is that is the system of racism and the way it was set up, right? It's because we need to be anything and everything to everyone. We need to have all the strength, all the things. That is, quite frankly, embedded in slavery. It's embedded in historical systematic racism, even in our relationships with Black men. This idea that we have to be everything to everyone. Our strength goes beyond our sadness and beyond everything that we need. The fuck, you know? Okay. I, and I'm reading your comments here, so give me a minute because we've been conditioned to believe. Yes, most people who need me never have the capacity or the means to reciprocate. And I'm going to tell you why. This is my own thoughts. People who are caregivers attract people who need caretaking. People who are caregivers attract people who need caretaking. And oftentimes, positioning again, we position ourselves to act as if we don't need shit from them. Then by the time that we realize we're tired of taking care of your ass and we're tired of not being poured into, now I'm resentful. Now it's 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years later. When you see these people getting divorced 15, 20, 30 years later, they're fucking tired. They're fucking tired. It's not, listen, I have been a marriage and family therapist a while. There is never one singular experience. There is never one singular experience that prompts divorce. There is never one singular fucking experience. There is never one singular experience that prompts breaking up with someone. It is always a collection of bullshit. It is never one singular. If that was the case, none of us would be in relationships with any fucking body. Not even with ourselves. Because I don't know about y'all, but I get on my nerves, quite frankly, very frequently. Okay? I don't know why my body is built the way. God did his thing on me. I am a beautiful being. And all of my bullshit and crazy, I get on my own fucking nerves. So I know I get on. My husband is probably irritated with me every single fucking day. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. And again, as y'all come in, please like the live, share the live, send gifts if you feel so inclined. I know he's irritated with. I'm irritated with me. I can literally sit around sometimes and say, why did you do that? Why did you say that? Do you have impulse control? Maybe you don't. Maybe you do. Sure, they why? Just why? And then the conviction of I am a healer. I am someone who has positioned myself to have some fucking information. Act like you have some information, Sade. Act like you have some information, sis. Okay? Stop acting like you're batshit crazy around this bitch because it doesn't add up, love. You know, it don't add up, love. So it gathers me back very quickly. But a lot of times, guys, thank you guys so very much. Thank y'all so much. Y'all, we get so lost in these ideas that are not working for us anymore that we create chaos for ourselves. We are reinventing the chaos for ourselves. For sure. Again, and Kels, that idea, the idea that we will take care of the needs of others without second thought, without a pause, without a question, without a second thought. But then when it comes to your needs. It's a, can I, do I have time? I don't know. Do I have the money? What if I, then it's all this mulling around about, can you do things for yourself? Listen, if you are sitting in this live and you hear my voice, if you don't walk away with anything from today or ever from anything that I post, say, listen, you deserve, and quite frankly, let's put deserve aside. You have to be the priority and the center. Everything comes from you. All the help you're giving from other people comes from you. All of the time you have to offer comes from you. All of the patience, all of the love, all of the support, all the compassion, all the forgiveness, all the consideration, all the respect. Like, do I need to keep going? It all comes from you. You are the fucking center. And if the center is moldy and fucked up and broken and damaged and all the things, what are you offering from a moldy center? I just want you to think about food, right? You went and bought some bread. The bread is here to service and nourish you. But if the shit is moldy, you can't get healthy bread out of moldy bread, guys. That's not the way it works. It doesn't, that's not. And we may think, oh, I'm doing these beautiful things. And you probably fucking are. But the bread is still fucking moldy. All right? It's still moldy. Your attitude's poor. You don't want to talk. You're resentful. You're angry. You're pissed off. Why? Because your bread was moldy from the beginning. I don't know what you mad at them for. You should have just said the fuck no. Right? But you said yes. And you keep saying yes to things that you shouldn't be doing. Because why? I'm not even making enough time for myself, so I have time to say yes to you when I really don't have time to say yes to you, and then I'm going to resent you for saying yes to you. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And I'm not listen, I'm not telling y'all anything I've experienced personally and I consistently work with clients on, is choosing you. We will choose everything and everybody else other than ourselves. Like, choosing ourselves is like, by far, we have to be falling on the ground in the hospital, not working, not functioning, not capable of choosing anybody else other than ourselves. And then we will ask ourselves, well, why do I keep getting sick? Well, why am I still consistently anxious? Well, why am I being consistently put in positions to not be functional? Because you haven't learned your lesson yet. You refuse to choose you, so you're put in positions to have to. But when you're put in a position to have to, I don't like that. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like to have. Let me choose. Let me choose to just go to the doctor. And I'm reading y'all's comments. My doctor literally, I deserve the same love and care I give to others. I have to remind myself, I feel, yes, I'm neglecting me. My doctor literally just told me to set boundaries and it's okay to say no. I say yes to things I don't want to because the reaction to the no's have been horrible in the past. Only certain people, though. Wait, only. Why do I have? Yep, that's why I have Crohn's. I've been stressing and fight or flight. Yet, listen. From a recovering people pleaser, no is a full fucking sentence. And I don't care how scared you are. I don't care how nervous you are. I don't care how anxious you are. I don't care how much you want to please. I don't care how much guilt, shame, and I don't care what the feeling is. Sit through the no so you can sit through the no again. Live to say no another day. Because guess what? If no were easy, everybody be fucking doing it. No is not an easy thing to say. Why? Because you're choosing yourself. You are choosing your sanity. You are choosing to rest. You are choosing to, I don't care if you said no, because you're going to sit yourself in your four walls and do absolutely nothing. No is your right. No is your right. Live to say no another day. Sit through the no. Now, this is where people get shit fucked up, right? They want it all to be easy. They want it all to be so easy. If I was supposed to be saying it, wouldn't it feel good? Probably not right then, because you're training yourself to do something that is extremely uncomfortable. You are training yourself to do the obtuse. I am so used to saying yes, I am uncomfortable from saying no. People will become okay if you're okay. But you've trained people. Listen, when somebody asks you a question and they expect you to say yes, it was never a question to begin with. It was a statement. If I say to you, Kels, can you pick my kids up? And you say no, and I'm mad, and I'm pissed, and I'm da 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 bitch, I did, and you, and I didn't did this, but and I was never asking you a question to begin with. I made a statement. Kels, pick up my kids. Because I didn't even have the option for you to say no. I made a statement and I positioned it as a question. It wasn't a question, it was a statement. Kels, pick up my kids. But if I ask you a question and I expect you to say yes, it is a statement. Listen, the entitlement will come that comes with believing everything that we ask for deserves a yes is self-involved and delusional. It is irrational. It is unreasonable to believe that everything that we ask deserves a yes. Everything that we expect deserves a yes. If that's the case, there would be no fucking suffering. There would be no sadness, right? Everybody would be perfect. Everybody would have shit figured out if everything was a yes. That's not even reasonable for any of us. Yes is a privilege. When I say yes to you with my fucking time, it's a privilege. When I say yes to you to do something for you, it's a privilege. When I say yes to you to take your kids to school, it's a privilege. When I say yes to you, it's a privilege, because I could have said no. I could have dedicated my time somewhere else. I could have offered someone else my energy, time, effort, all of those things. It's a privilege. But if I don't treat my time, effort, energy, presence like a privilege, why should they? If I don't treat it like it's a value, they're going to treat it like it's not either. Right? Good afternoon, and thank y'all for coming in. We're in the middle of an intense dialogue about value, because this is going to go into communicating our needs. The talk for today is about communicating our needs and why that's invaluable and really, really important. So as you come in, please like and share the live. If you are new to this page, it is all mental health and wellness talk. Again, my name is Sharday. I've been a therapist for many years. I'm a marriage and family therapist, licensed professional counselor, substance abuse, blah, blah, blah. All the dots, all the words and letters, whatever behind there. But I've done this for a while. And I'm a person. I'm a Black woman that is intentional about being a Black woman. I am intentional about raising my 3 Black kids. I'm intentional about the lifestyle that I lead, that I am modeling, that I have to be accountable for. That's what a lot of this content is about. And it's not speaking at you. I am speaking to you. I am speaking to you from a place of love and caring. And I'm also speaking to you from a place of vulnerability and connection to things that I've experienced many times over, struggles that I still have. And I know that's not always the friendly thing to say, or the expert thing to say. We like to position, the experts tend to like to position themselves as someone who's all had all this shit figured out. And quite frankly, I think that that makes me better than most, because I don't have it all figured out and I do struggle. And I was in therapy yesterday, because I think the best version of a therapist has a therapist to put their shit and work their shit out, because the place to not do it is in session with you. That's just not the place to do it. Um, so again, as y'all are coming in, thank y'all for the likes. Thank you for the gifts. Please give a gift if you feel so inclined. Subscribe to the live. Please go on my website, thebarefoottherapist.org, to take the free listening assessment. I want to get you guys this feedback on that. That is a new release for me, and I'll be releasing some more assessments, because I love creating tools for us, for people who look like me, for people who struggle in the same ways that I do, as a Black woman, as someone who is very aware of my Blackness in every space that I'm in every moment of my life. And I take that very seriously. So I create tools that mean that. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so very much for that. And I'm going to try to get the lives. They're going kind of fast. I used to be that person I cut. I'm so sick of treated like. Yeah, I had to break this habit with my mother. Still working on. Listen, you guys, this is the other thing I'm going to say too. And this is going to be a bit controversial. So earlier, I did a post on how you know when to like disconnect from toxic family. This is the thing though, right? I don't believe in black and white. I think that that's disruptive. I think it's unreasonable, and I think it's irrational. You're going to hear me use those words very often during this live. We live in this culture now where people are so incredibly sensitive, meaning they cannot manage rejection, they cannot manage obtuse thoughts, they cannot manage information they don't agree with, they cannot manage challenges. We are in this very interesting culture where, because people have found that they can have a voice digitally, that they think that gives them permission to control the minds, thoughts, and feelings of other people. Meaning, I don't like what you said, and if I say it enough in your comments, or if I do a post about it and I embarrass you, or I get enough people on my side, that's going to stop you from speaking. That is bullshit, and it is, quite frankly, very dangerous. We are all sensitive in our own right. We are all aware of the things that are uncomfortable for us. We are all aware of the obtuse thoughts, feelings, experiences that people present to us. But we cannot get to a space where there is no room for variance. There is no room for challenges. There is no room for other ways of thinking and being. This unreasonable thought that we should all be the same and think the same and agree with every fucking thing is so unreasonable. It's irritating. And this is going to go back to communicating the needs. We cannot assume that everyone's needs are the same. That saying, again, as Sheree, no, that wasn't Sheree, K. Michelle. Oh, thank you for being here. When K. Michelle said, "I'm gonna shake the table," that's exactly what I'm about to fucking do, right? Get over your fucking self. If you listen, if you give people the opportunity to talk, if you give people the opportunity to just be themselves, you could learn a lot. I know I do. It's less about liking and it's more about learning. I learn every day the type of people that don't belong in my fucking space. I learn every day about the people that don't deserve access to me. I learn every day about people who are truly caring and considerate of others, because I listen and I pay attention. I don't need to disagree with you in your fucking comments. I don't even need to engage in your content. Why? Because I'm not supportive of it. I support you by engaging. I support you by liking or making a comment or letting you be on my For You page or watching the entire video. I am supporting you. I'm quite doing the opposite, right? That saying, treat people how you want to be treated, was only 15% correct. And hey, I'm always up for beef. I'm always up for the discussion and we can tussle. Okay? I can't fight, but we can tussle about it with our words. The saying, treat people how you want to be treated, was only 15% right. The idea was to be considerate. The idea was to be compassionate. The idea was, no, hey, side note, I am only 4'10". I am very little. I am 4'10". I'm very little. People get shit very confused when they see me in person. They think I am, listen, this camera, I don't know. I don't know. But I am 4'10", and it's given I'm small as fuck, okay? Never been big. Fat. Tall, no. Never been tall. Fat, yes. Tall, no. Never. Never. And I'm, again, as I don't know how long y'all have been engaging with me, but even this, and this is, I want to tie this into the journey of needs and self-preservation and taking care of yourself. Even this is a journey for me. I have had 2 children out of my body. I have 3 children. One is not biologically mine, but I have 3 kids. And my youngest is 2. And again, this is going to tie back into communicating needs and being clear about them and prioritizing your own. My son was 2. Before I had my son, after my daughter, I struggled with postpartum intensely. It was bad. Circle back, then had my son. He is now 2. He'll be 3 coming up. He's 2. I was already big, right? I'm 4'10". The weight has nowhere to go. I wasn't doing a good job taking care of myself. I am someone who accomplishes things. So I was accomplishing things, just not the accomplishment of being healthy and proud of what I look like and feel like on the inside. Okay, let's keep it going. Full circle. I have my son. Now I'm even heavier. At having him, I was 191 pounds. Okay? 191 pounds. 4'10". Something had to give. Something had to give. I was eating my feelings. Something had to give. I was prioritizing my kids, my husband, my home, my businesses, all the things. Something had to give. So I started going to the gym. Now, I started going to the gym before I got pregnant with my son, but I had to stop because, again, my feet were swollen. I was just miserable. So I said, all right, Sade, this is your time. You need to prioritize yourself. You have to be the best version of you, because I had got to a point where I didn't even want my business anymore. I was just going to shut it down. Not that it wasn't making money, not that we weren't profitable, none of those things. I was done. I did not have the psychological or emotional capacity, period. I was hanging on by a thread. I started going to the gym. This is now going on 3 years since my son was born. I started a little while after I had him, because I stayed home for 6 months after I had my son. Y'all, I was 191 pounds. I am 136 pounds. I work out 4 days a week. I lift weights. I do cardio. I do what I'm supposed to do. My diet, and I don't even like to call it a diet, but for the sake of this conversation, is totally different. I've cut out things that don't work well for my body anymore, even though I physically enjoy the taste, which was really, really hard for me, because I am someone who is very particular about taste and texture, period. So that still can be a struggle for me at times. But I'm 136 pounds from 191 pounds. What I did different, I started being clear about being exhausted, saying it out loud. I started being clear about not doing all this shit myself. I started being clear about my no. Now, my no, I still struggle because I say yes to me all the time with projects and shit that I shouldn't be doing. Okay? We're working on it. But I had to say no. When my daughter comes yesterday, hey, and a perfect example, my daughter got on punishment. Hey, no TV, no tablet, no none of that shit. Cause stop fucking with me. Okay? Stop. Okay? Comes in, hey, you want to play a board game? No, not today. No guilt tied to that. And let me explain why. I am a mom. 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just because you made a poor decision and you can't use your shit doesn't mean I don't get to. Doesn't mean I don't get a break. Doesn't mean I got to feel like it. And I'm not going to let my guilt or any lasting guilt make me say yes and then be angry that I said yes and engaging in the shit. I'm not going to do it. No, I don't want to. Love you. I do. But no, I don't want to. A lot of my lifestyle change had to do with prioritizing. I go to the doctor. I mean, I'm serious about the doctor, always has been. But I go to the doctor. I prioritize my dental health. I can't tell you guys how many clients can't tell me the last time they went to the doctor. Can't tell me the last time they went to the dentist. Can't tell me the last time that they went and talked to a nutritionist. If you're struggling with food, hey, side note, asterisk, your insurance will pay for a nutritionist a lot of times. Listen, there are a lot of benefits you can get through your insurance if you just call and ask questions. They will pay for a lot of shit if you just call and ask questions. Get you a nutritionist. Get you somebody to stop trying to figure all this shit out and stop going on ChatGPT like that is your therapist, your nutritionist, your coach. If you don't have the motivation, the inspiration, the wherewithal to connect the dots, you can have ChatGPT all day fucking long. And guess what? You're going to do the same shit that you were doing before ChatGPT. There's a reason why being in therapy is so powerful. It's not just about the words. It's about the experience. It's not just, listen, I have a client who I know was struggling. And I'm like, you need encouragement today. I will send them some TikTok reels, some fucking YouTube videos in a heartbeat. Because why not? Because what is this all for if not? Be invested in you before you're invested in anyone else. You being invested in you looks like the best version they can get from you. I just want you to ask yourself these questions. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you so very much. Like, share the live. I appreciate y'all being in here and hanging in here with me. I was trying to get this in for my kids come home and because, when is the last time you went to the doctor? Do you have a pain that you've ignored or said, I'm going to deal with another time? And if the answer is yes to these things, you got some work to do. When is the last time you went to the dentist? When is the last time you liked your smile? And if you haven't liked it, what are you going to do about it? And I don't mean veneers. I'm not even going that far. I'm saying go to the dentist and talk about your smile. I'm saying if you don't like your weight, when's the last time you went to your doctor and said, hey, I'm struggling. Help me. I need a nutritionist. I need a referral I need somebody to hold me accountable immediately because me doing this on my own isn't working. When is the last time you went to the gym? Fuck the gym. When is the last time you went walking? Got some fresh air and not walk into your car. Don't listen. I'm going to talk to y'all like I talk to my clients. Stop fucking with me, okay? I went and walked out to the. You walk into your car, doesn't count. You walking your baby in daycare, don't count. You walking to work out of the parking lot, that shit don't count. Stop playing with me. All right? Don't stop playing with me, all right? Don't do that. When is the last time you got exercise? I'm not saying you gotta lift. I lift weights. I lift heavy weight because I'm trying to tone and I'm trying to get shit the way I want to get shit. You ain't got to do all that. I just want you to get out of your seat, out of your car, out of that comfortable couch, out of the recliner, out of your bed, and I want you to tell your body that it is important and you are going to make sure that it lasts. That's what exercise means. You're telling your body it is important and you want to make sure it lasts. Your heart, your limbs, you're telling it it's important and you want to make sure it lasts. You're telling your body that it needs this kind of workout so that it can continue to serve you. You have to serve you. You have to make a choice. Stop making excuses. This is what excuses do for you. They have you lonely. They have you miserable. They have you resentful. They have you angry. They have your back hurting, your legs hurting. You can't stretch. You can't move good. You winded when you go up the stairs. You winded when you go down the stairs. You don't want to play with your kids because you're tired. You need energy. You have to invest in making that a priority. You're not going to make yourself priority by default. We've already had that discussion. If you were going to do it, you would have done it already. Being intentional about your needs cannot be accidental. Those are opposites. Intentional says you're on the calendar. When you need to make a doctor's appointment, do they just call you and schedule you without your interaction? No. No. But you show up to work every day. You schedule that meeting. You go pick your kids up. You take them to their 72 ballet and basketball, all their activities. You block off weekends for that shit. You save for Christmas. You save actual money for Christmas. But you can't save your copay for therapy. But you can't save your copay to go to the doctor. But you can't save for that root canal or all those things that you know, excuse me, I'm not even gonna say that your doctor said, that you know that you need because it's too much money. But you don't make those kinds of excuses when it comes to your kids. You don't make those kinds of excuses when it comes to your spouse. You don't make those kinds of excuses when it comes to your mama. You don't make those kinds of excuses when it comes to your dad. You don't make those kinds of excuses when it comes to anybody else other than you. I don't have it. I don't have time. I don't have time off. I don't have. You have excuses. You have excuses. You have excuses. Do you think hormones affect motivation? I've been different since my 100%. This is a thing I want you guys to hear. And this is a beautiful question. Thank you for asking. Stop waiting to be motivated. Stop waiting for this feeling where you're excited. That may never come. If you need something to be motivated by, let it be to live longer. Let it be the thing that you want to see or do. Let it be whatever is important to you. Don't wait to feel excited or motivated about the thing. Does that make sense? Most of the time, I don't want to go to the gym. My motivation is not going to the gym. My motivation is being a bad bitch. My motivation is being 50 and being able to run around with my children. My motivation is that when I walk, when I run, I'm killing shit. My motivation is that when my daughter feels like she can buck up, I may be small, but I'm mighty as hell. And just know I've been training these muscles for that moment. Just know that my motivation is that I'm going to love on me more than anybody ever could, more than anyone ever could, because I have to know that I am deserving of love. I am deserving of going to the doctor. I'm deserving of feeling good. I am deserving of people taking care of me. I am deserving of all of the things, but I have to treat myself first like I deserve it. Expecting someone to treat me better than I treat me is quite delusional. To think that somebody should make time for me when I don't even make time for me doesn't even make sense. And I'm sending that message every time I don't take care of me and I prioritize somebody else. I'm sending that message all on my own. So if you are not motivated, I want you to hear me say this. Make a fucking decision. Make a choice. Stop waiting to be excited about it. You're not excited. Get that shit out the way. I'm not excited about this shit, but I'm making a choice. I didn't want to be fat no more. I didn't even know how big I was. Instead, I started looking at pictures and I was disgusted. I was disgusted. I would go in the gym and feel embarrassed, but I wasn't embarrassed enough to give up on myself. I made a fucking choice. I wasn't embarrassed enough to say I'm leaving without working my body out. I wasn't embarrassed enough. I wasn't ashamed enough. You have to choose you even when you don't want to, because it's not going to feel good until it does. Until you have that moment of like, oh, this is me. And you need to know that you can do it. You know what? So often we give up on ourselves and we are in this cycle of giving up on ourselves. It just reiterates and validates that we don't deserve it anyway. The cycle enables it, right? We are in this cycle of I don't deserve it. I got all this shit that is more important than me. I'm not valuable and I'm not. And we keep reiterating that is true every time we choose not to do us first, take care of us first, prioritize us first. We reiterate that we're not valuable anyway. It is the very thing that enables and encourages this problematic ass cycle. It's so fucking problematic. Thank you so much, Medusa 7. Thank you so much, Medusa 77. I appreciate y'all coming in, like and subscribe, like the live. If you feel so inclined, send a gift. Again, go to my website, thebarefootTherapist.org. I have some free assessments there, my books and coaching and all that stuff if y'all want some of that. But we're talking about communicating your needs. So again, this goes back to first knowing that you have the need, acknowledging the need. Stop acting like the need doesn't exist. Stop acting like somebody else's need was more important than yours is not more important than yours if you can't even meet the need because you can't walk, you can't drive. You can't. And why can't you? Because you weren't taking care of yourself before you said yes. Say no to live another day. Say no to say another no. Live through the no so you can say yes. Live through the no so you can say yes to you. Because if I say yes to you, I got to say no to me about something. About something. I got to say no. Because I cannot and do not have the capacity to do it all. And that's okay. Ain't no shame in that. This goes back to that conversation around independence. Stop trying to do it all alone. You don't have to be independent. That is not a badge of honor. That is a signal of misery. That is a signal of loneliness. That is a signal of you got shit fucked up. Stop. These generational things that we are taking on, a lot of it ain't got nothing to do with us today. Our ancestors, our moms, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, our fathers, they were trying to survive. They told us whatever they best could that helped them get through. And I am telling you, that shit ain't working for you. It ain't working for you. It ain't work for me. I take what belongs to me and I leave what ain't got nothing to do with me. I can learn, but I do not have to make this my story. I am not independent. There is no way on God's green living earth that I could do all that I am doing on my own. There is no way. Why the fuck would I want to? Why? Why would I? That sounds miserable. I'm gonna work all these hours, make all this money, do all this shit, run around with all these people who don't know me, don't give a fuck about me, who I serve in whatever position I'm serving them in, only to come home and be lonely as fuck. I ain't got no friends. I can't laugh with nobody. I can't go nowhere with nobody because I'm lonely and I'm tired and I'm miserable. What is the point? I don't want to do that. Now, I don't know about y'all and what your interests are, what you're trying to do, but I know for me, that's a no-go for me. A need for me is community. I need community. I need help. I need support. I need kind words. I need caring. I need loving on. I need somebody to tell me it's going to be okay. I need shoulders to cry on. I need to not do shit. When I get off with y'all, I'm going to need to not do shit. I need to not have to be everything to everyone all the time, because if not, I am a miserable motherfucker. I am miserable. I am lonely. I am independently lonely as hell. Sad. Crying in a car. Faking all get out. I'm fake as all get out. If that's what I have to do, because I'm telling you, I was raised to be independent and I didn't like it. Independence got me a lot of loneliness. Independence got me a lot of motherfuckers relying on me and me breaking my back showing up for people who didn't have the capacity to show up for me. Why? Because I said I was the caretaker. I was independent, remember? That's what I said, not them. That's what I said. I attracted those people. I took care of those people. That was me trying to prove something to people who don't give a fuck. Come on. Come on. Come on. We've been there. Some of us are still there. Communicating your need is not a sign of weakness. It is absolutely a sign of strength and awareness. Know your limits. And don't underestimate the needs. Don't call it small. It's not small. It may be, listen, something that's big to you to ask for can be minuscule for them to provide. What do I mean by that? Hey, it's my day. I'm gonna give you an example. It's my day to cook. I'm tired. I don't have it today. I just don't even have it. I can't even think about what we gonna eat if I don't cook. I don't have the capacity to cook. Hey, can you take care of dinner tonight? Hey, I don't have it today. I don't have it. I don't know what I need, but I know I don't have whatever it is that's required this evening. I need to rest. Can you take care of the rest? Hey, I need you to take care of the kids tonight. Hey, I know it's my day. I don't have it today. Hey, when you get home, I'm be in the room. I need some time to myself. Hey, I am overwhelmed and exhausted and quite frankly overstimulated. I need some space. Hey, I need some friend time. Let's go out to dinner. Let's go do something. I need to get some shit off my chest. I just need some laughs and love. Hey, I miss you. I haven't talked to you for a while. I need your presence. Hey, I'm trying to take care of myself, but I don't really know how. Hey, been thinking about you. Hey, I need help. On what? Hell, I don't know. I may need to talk through it with you. Say the word. Say the word. Say the word. I need. Say the word. Say the word. I need. I'm going to wrap this around and connect it to something that I think is a bit adverse in our time and day because I don't agree with all of it. Like I said, this is not a black and white space. Take what applies and walk away with what doesn't, like throw away what doesn't. There's this big conversation around women asking for money and saying, oh, if he don't have this money, I'm not going to engage or I'm not going to do, right? Let me explain what I translate shit. Again, what women are saying is if you're gonna fucking drain me and take every single thing that I have and don't have, the least you're gonna do is pay for it. The least you're gonna do is pay the bills. If I'm gonna sit here and have to homemake and cook and clean and take care of these kids and at least let me not worry about finances. I need that. That's the translation. People are tired of having to do and be it all, especially women. They're tired. They're tired of the guessing. They're tired of the figure. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Sorry, y'all. Okay, they're tired of the guessing. They're tired of begging and pleading. They're tired of marrying your ass and then realizing I fucked up because you're not going to do shit. I've already trained you to think you don't have to do shit. They're tired. They're tired of being everything to everyone. And then when they are in distress, no one shows the fuck up. Why are women telling you they need money from the gate? Because they're fucking tired. They're tired already. The lying, the cheating, the manipulation, and you ain't got time, and then you want me to wait 17 years for you to marry me, but then you want me to have your kids, then you want to have unprotected sex, but then you won't want to commit, then you want me to prove to you that I'm valuable, then you want me to bend over, and you want me to fuck all that. No, son. No. 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 This comes back to needs. We just want to be in connection and in relationship with people who understand that we are not a well of pouring, that our well needs pouring into as well. That we glisten and we glimmer and we have so much more to give when so much is given to us. And we are tired of consistently having to ask for it, beg for it, plead for it, hint at it. That starts with us. Make a decision. Prioritize your needs. Communicate it through your guilt. Communicate it through your shame. Communicate it through your fear. Just like Nike says, just do it. There's so many times I've been in a room and I'm having a conversation and I'm anxious, but I say to myself, this is necessary. You're doing it anyway. Where I want to say yes, and the people told you I'm recovering. The people pleaser in me wants to say, I'll just do it, yes, or whatever. But I say, no. Now, I may cry in the car, I may have conversations with myself later, but I'm going to move through the fear. Because what fear is not going to do is stop me from being my best. What fear is not going to do is keep me in the cycle of loneliness, hurt, and pain. What fear is not going to do is convince me that I don't deserve more than that, because the fear is rooted in this idea that I don't. The fear is rooted in protecting me from what I don't understand. And I haven't, again, if you're someone who struggles with accepting that you deserve more, that asking for help is not too much, that being independent is hard, you are going to go through the discomfort of asking and receiving what you need. It is going to be uncomfortable. Get ready. But the more that you're uncomfortable, the more you know you're going in the right direction. Discomfort is also a sign of change. Discomfort is also a sign of the unknown. Discomfort can be this beautiful thing that we want to run from, but quite frankly, we should embrace, because it means something is better on the other side. You're growing. Absolutely, you're growing. You think that when you listen, y'all know I love plants, and I'm going to give you an example. My baby here. Okay, I'm going to give you an example from this plant. I bought this as a stem. So for those of you who kind of don't, want to give you this brief overview so you understand the metaphor. I buy plants a lot of times as stems because it's really expensive when you want to buy fully grown plants. And I'm cheap in that way. I'm usually not going to do that. So I buy stems. So I buy a stem, like I did this beautiful baby here. She is just a stem. And I propagate my plants and I grow roots, right? Myself. This baby, I was so frustrated with, because look at her, right? I got this beautiful stem with a plant I had never cared for before. And I couldn't figure out for the life of me, why is she not thriving? I've changed her spaces. I fed her. I changed her. I've done all the things that I figured I could do. She died. I was about to change this and say, oh, well, Sade, it didn't grow well. It's okay. We'll try again another time. But I looked in the pot, and a brand new leaf, was growing in the dirt. So right before I was going to throw it away, I saw green, and I said, why is that green if it's dead? My baby girl, this is her now, it was green just in here, root. I was too focused on the discomfort and the death of one thing to see the growth and change in another. I was too invested in the fact that it didn't do what I thought it should do, that I was about to throw this away. I was going to throw her away. I was too invested in what I thought was supposed to be happening and uncomfortable because I failed. I didn't fail. I was growing something new. That didn't belong to me. That stem didn't belong here. It wasn't going to thrive here. So she had to grow on her own. Baby girl had to grow on her own. But I was so invested in this, I was missing it. I literally, y'all, picked her up. I was about to clean it out and throw it away. And I was like, why is that green? Miss Mamas had grown. You understand me? If you're too invested in the discomfort and the fear, you're missing the change. You're missing the growth. If you're so invested in how people feel and react to you when you say no, you didn't forgot that you just stood up for yourself and set a fucking boundary. That you've saved yourself. That something new is growing. But because you're so focused on what's not working, you're not seeing what is working. Stop being so invested in what's dead. If it's not working, stop trying to keep it around. Listen, because I'm about to go. All right, look, I'm sweating. Okay, now we didn't. All right, I'm sweating. We get so invested in shit because we're comfortable, even though we're not safe. We are so used to being hurt and disregarded and dismissed and disrespected and treated like we will invest ourselves in trying to convince these places and people that we belong and we're valued. We are missing out on all the people, places, and things that are waiting for us, that see our value a mile coming. They are just patiently waiting for you to look up and realize they've been standing there the whole fucking time. To realize that something new is growing right before your eyes. If you would look the other way, if you would say no, if you would welcome yourself, if you would tell yourself yes, if you would go to the doctor, if you would go to the dentist, if you, man, stop waiting for people to see your value. Your value is not up for discussion. The fuck? Your value's not up for discussion. It exists whether they see it or not. Sometimes your shit is so overwhelming, they don't even have the capacity to understand what it is. They don't even have the capacity. It's too much. But somebody does. The friend who keeps texting you, girl, where you been? Where you been, sir? I miss you. Want to hang out with you. But you ignore them. The job you refuse to apply for or take because you don't feel qualified, because here we go, you need another fucking credential or another degree or some shit to validate that you're smart. The person who pursues you relentlessly, but because they don't look like the damaged motherfucker you so comfortable with, you don't even want to, you can't even wrap your mind around even allowing that. You want to take care of me, what's up with you? Oh, you see my value, something's wrong with you. Oh, you want something from me. Oh, what's your problem? Oh, I can't even date and enjoy myself because my time has to be monetized. You're working against the very thing you say that you want. So do you want it or not? Do you want it? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Ask. I'm gonna wrap up on this and I'm gonna tell y'all something, a very important fucking lesson I learned. I had clients, okay? I used to be the supervisor at a clinical supervisor at a methadone clinic. All right, follow me on this. This is very important. It was very important for me to learn. I used to be a supervisor at a methadone clinic. Okay, and I had these clients who would come in every day, and when I asked about a job, I'm like, "How are y'all making money?" "Oh, we panhandle." "You do what?" "Oh, we panhandle. We stand on the corner, we ask for money every day, every day. That's how you make your money every day." Okay. Tell me more. Now I'm interested. Now I'm invested. Because the way my morals, values, my independence ingrained in me, my pride and ego would never. But tell me more. Okay. We sit on we choose our spots. Sometimes we do it together. Sometimes we break off. We go and panhandle on different corners. Okay. I'm like, again, tell me more. Tell me more. You got money for cigarettes. You got money for drugs. You got rent money. You got eat out money. You got Uber money. You got. Oh, okay. I'm doing some shit wrong. Keep it going. Let me know. Tell me what's up. Right? All right. How long have y'all been panhandling? Years. So you mean to tell me you haven't had a traditional job in years? Years. I've been panhandling for years. This is okay. All right. So the more that they talked, the more I'm sitting there like, What are you missing, Sade? Something you're missing. The audacity. I was missing the motherfucking audacity. I was missing the audacity. The audacity that I could stand on a corner and ask something for someone with nothing in return. The audacity. The audacity that I would take my cute 410 ass on somebody's corner and have the audacity to ask them for something I didn't work hard for. My pride and ego couldn't even get past the idea that I was standing on the corner. I couldn't even get past it to understand and get the fucking lesson. The audacity to think that I deserve something I didn't earn, that I didn't kill myself for. I couldn't get past the audacity. What? So you mean to tell me I don't have to work 72 hours a week to have the audacity? I don't have to break my back, get degrees, get certificates, prove, show. I just have to have the fucking audacity? Are you crazy? The confidence and esteem that it takes to stand on a corner and ask somebody for their hard-earned money that you don't have any parts of or any rights to because you put your hand out and you asked for it. Boy, that's a lesson they should teach in school, specifically to Black kids. And listen, there is something that comes along with white privilege that I am still wrapping my mind around. But the lesson was learned. The audacity. We have to have, us people have to have the audacity, have to have the confidence, have to have the internal value. Because I'm going to tell you what, they may have been on drugs, they may struggle, but they ain't lack confidence. They ain't lack esteem. They ain't lack audacity. They didn't lack. I couldn't even wrap my mind around it. It took me days. Are you crazy? It took me days just to consider that somebody believed in their mind they deserved enough to go out and ask for something they didn't earn. The audacity. We so busy in relationships and jobs and shit, trying to earn shit, we forget we are privileged, period. We deserve to eat. We deserve to be cared for. We deserve love. We deserve respect. There are things that we have to do and be accountable for and all that shit, and we're not talking about that today. We forget by just our mere fucking existence. We deserve some shit, right? And more, before we expect other people to get it, we have to have the audacity to get it for ourselves. I have to have the audacity to believe I need to be healthy. I deserve to be healthy. I'm going to go schedule my doctor's appointment. I deserve to be able to walk up a flight of stairs and not be exhausted. I'm going to go exercise. I'm going to go walking. I deserve to carve out time specifically for me with no explanation. None. Because I deserve it. The audacity. We're missing audacity. People are intimidated by audacity. Why often are they intimidated? Because they don't have the audacity. They don't have the audacity. I remember sitting in an interview once with this gentleman, and I will say I was borderline being a B word, okay? Because at this point, I know I'm the shit. I know you're not going to pay me whatever you want to pay me. I know you're not about to sit in my face and tell me I got to do this, this, that, and the third, and you want this, this, that, and the third, and I have expectations too. I have expectations too. If I'm coming into your organization, you got to know that I'm taking it from where it is to where it needs to go. I don't, that's my energy in general now, just to be fair. So I sit down with this guy and we're having this interview and he's asking, I know my shit. Listen, stop questioning and just show the fuck up. You know your shit. Okay? Stop questioning. I have too many people. Well, I can't apply for this because who said? Apply. Let them tell you no. I'm not gonna tell me no before you tell me no. The fuck no. No. Okay, no. So I'm sitting in the interview and he's going on, and again, I know my shit. Very casual, very demure. Okay, very all right. And he had this energy like, you should be grateful. And when people have that kind of energy, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that's a trigger I'm still working on. This, you need to be, especially since I've come long time ago into my personhood, into loving me and owning me, and that you're not gonna get a lot out of me when your energy is I should be grateful kind of shit. And so I would ask questions like, what do you guys have to offer in supervision, in consultation? What is the salary offer? And is that negotiable? Because that's not sufficient. This man was so pissed. I'll never forget it. He was irritated. Never called me to say I didn't get the job. Never did none of that, right? But I'll never forget it. It was such a joyful experience for me. It was so joyful. Because I knew in that room, it's only one me. As much as you want to hire me, this is a mutually beneficial experience. Now, I did say, Sade, you could tone this shit down a little bit. But when your energy is, I should be grateful, sir, it's you that should have the gratitude. I'm grateful for the opportunity already. That goes without saying. I showed up. I was kind. But your intimidation by my confidence is a dead giveaway. This is not a safe place for me. If you're intimidated by my confidence, and I don't mean arrogance because arrogance is nasty. If you're intimidated by my confidence, this is not a safe place for me because you are going to make it difficult for me to do my job because you're too busy in your pride and ego to let me be great. Not the place for me. I'll never forget it. Like I told you guys, from every interaction, every experience, I learn a lesson. I am grateful. So grateful. I learned a lesson about me. I don't thrive in environments that require me to be small. I'm literally small, but psychologically, figuratively, not small. I am great. I'm great at what I do. I'm a great human. I'm batshit crazy a lot of times, but I am a fantastic motherfucker. And any space that requires me to be small sets me up to fail. And quite frankly, is harmful to me. Ask yourself what environments you're choosing. Ask yourself how these environments are curated for your well-being. Ask yourself how these environments are nurturing your personhood. Ask yourself if you choose environments that you can thrive in because you're too, excuse me, let me back up. Do you choose environments you don't thrive in because you're too afraid of what your confidence means? It's a dead giveaway. It's a dead giveaway. The moment you discount yourself, the moment you don't prioritize, the moment you dot, 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 they will follow. It's obvious. They will follow. When you have the audacity, how you get treated is very different. When you have the audacity, I've written many resignations in crayon with drawings because I don't give a fuck about what you think about me. I'm going to maintain this professional relationship as best I can, if it deems so, but I try my best. But I'm gonna be me 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I'll write resignations in crayon and I draw stick figures. I can't draw because I'm done. I'm done. You know what you're gonna get from me. You know what time it is. And you love it. Why not? Ask for what you need. Ask for what you need. I'm going to leave you guys with this. And this is something I said to a gentleman last school year as a high school kid. And we were talking about respect. And I said, you're so busy out here trying to make people respect you. Has anyone you ever respected asked for it? Yes or no? Has anyone you ever respected asked you to respect them? No. Because when I demand respect, it speaks for itself. Period. I'm not begging you to respect me. I'm not asking you to respect me. It's a demand. It is clear in how I treat myself, how I maneuver through this world, and how I treat other people. It speaks for itself. I'm not, no one I've ever respected has ever asked me for it. It speaks for itself. They are clear in who they are. They are consistent in their communication about that. They are consistent in how they show up and how they model boundaries and taking care. They are consistent. Find, yes, Kales, find your audacity. Find the audacity. Find the audacity to ask for the thing. Find the audacity to say no. Find the audacity to do something different that's just for you with your time, with no explanation. Find the audacity. Find the audacity to go on that trip. Find the audacity to save up for that thing. Find the audacity. Find it. Because it will find you, but it'll be in the form of somebody having the audacity with you. And you thinking, well, damn, why they have the audacity? Because you don't. How can they ask me? Because you won't. Why shouldn't they have the audacity? They're not your problem. You're your problem. Good for you. I hope they're modeling for you what the audacity looks like. Because most of us just don't have it. We're too afraid. We're too afraid. Somebody gonna burst my bubble. I'm not as valuable as I thought I was. Shit me. Yes. What do you mean? And see, this is the thing. When you say I ask for too much of what? Your time? Too much of your effort? Too much of your energy, too much of you to do your fucking job? What am I asking too much for? What am I? What's the? What is the quantity? What is the limit here? Let me know so I can push it. What am I asking for too much for? Please, please. If you have a desire and you start to question, well, why? Well, do I have? You're already going in the wrong direction. Go the other way. Go the other way. Stop asking why. Go the other way. You've already lost because you're always gonna. Listen. You are already good at convincing yourself you don't deserve shit. Go the other way. Again, if the thought, man, I want. If you're already saying, what, you already go the other way. Go the other way. Because why not? Because why not? Thank you. Why not? You deserve it. Why not? Y'all, listen. This is literally my passion for why I've created retreats, and I'm starting retreats because I want to teach people how to invest in themselves. I want to take them away from all the minutia to get them into the space of being selfish. I want to teach people, explore with people, help people learn how to build their confidence and esteem. This is why my retreats are based on this very idea. I'm going to tell you, next year I'm going to Africa, and I'm going by myself if no one goes. Okay? I'm going to Africa. This is for me. I'm going to Africa. And so I was developing retreats because I spoke at a retreat and I loved it. It was in New Orleans. Spoke at a retreat. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Coming. Yeah, I started it. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. So y'all, sorry about that. So I've created, it's called Barefoot Retreats. If you go on my website, hey baby, I love you. Yes, I'm about to come. My baby's just got home, but I want to give this to y'all before I leave. It's called Barefoot Retreats. And yes, I'm a marriage and family therapist. Yep, one of my licenses are in marriage and family therapy, but I did my master's in marriage and family therapy. Yep. The retreat idea was based on me traveling alone to Thailand. And I wasn't supposed to travel alone. I was supposed to travel with a group of women. It was 8 to be exact. And people started dropping off little by little, little by little, little by little, little by little. Really, I was scared. And so when it came to the last person dropping off, which was my friend, and I was rude to her. So I was afraid. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to go to Thailand by myself. Like, that's not what I signed up for. But I remember my travel agent saying, no, you need to do it. Do it. Why not? Like, it's safe. Everything is in place. I had already paid for everything. Y'all, that was a life-changing experience for me. I love to travel. I learned that I love to travel alone. I love to have time with myself. I love to be with me. I love to be with me. And so on top of that, what I also learned is when I was going on this trip, people kept saying, you gonna go by yourself? You doing this, you doing that. And I realized people are afraid. They're so scared. I'm not scared. Originally I was, until I wasn't. But I'm not scared. And I know I can develop and curate these experiences for other people to have a space to only focus on themselves, to build, to grow, to love, to invest in themselves. So that is what the retreats will be about. Um, they're called the Barefoot Retreats. They're on my website, the barefootTherapist.org. My listeners assessment, please y'all take that. That's for free. It's on my website. But if you're interested in the retreats, sign up to join the wait list, because I'm working out 2026, but I need to make sure I get enough people. And again, this goes back to me being honest with you guys about my fear. My fear was, I have this idea and nobody shows up. Nobody wants to invest the money. Nobody wants to invest the time. But I can't be afraid of that. I understand what I offer is priceless. And so I've decided still to move forward with that. But I really appreciate y'all investing in this space and this time. Let me read y'all's comments before I dip. Alignment, traveling. Yes. Congratulations on getting your master's. Yes. I want to say yes and no. So I am a supervisor. So I have 2 supervisees, and I can be fair with you. I am burnt out. I have 5 of my supervisees have passed their test. I have 1 more left, to pass their test and to go on to be licensed. But I do internships. So like I get a new intern every year, and I try to provide mentorship that way. But so this is the other thing that I am offering. I created a theory. So for those of you who are familiar or not familiar with the way our work is based in theory. So I created a theory. I'll be doing a lot of work on that. I speak at conferences and such, but I want to do a lot of trainings with schools and with, therapy-focused businesses to train clinicians, because a lot of clinicians have no idea what the fuck they're doing. My website is thebarefootTherapist.org. ThebarefootTherapist.org. They don't know what they're doing. So I train in like narrative and all of that, because I teach my residents to be founded in theory. And because what we're doing with people, listen, what makes you different from your barber or your hairstylist is that you were trained. So act like it. These therapists out here just listening to shit, that's stupid. I don't know what you're just listening to for 3 or 4 sessions, 5 sessions, 10. What the fuck are you just listening to? If I'm come to you and you're just listening, I need to leave and find somebody who's going to talk, who has something to say. And not telling me what to do, but you actually process and all the things. I have a lot of clinicians that just don't know how to do that. Because why? Because a lot of how people are learning is to get online. Again, I teach online, so I'm telling you what I know. They get online, they take these fucking classes, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They get out in the world and they get their license and they say they know what they're doing, and they do not. They do not know. They have no clue. I was trained different. I was educated different. I've been in this field for 15 years. It's just different over here. So I am definitely going to be doing a lot more offering of workshops, training clinicians. Son, give me 1 second, okay? The balloon? Okay, we'll have to get another balloon, okay? Hold on, okay? Are you eating your snack? Go finish eating your snack, boo. Please. You're all done with your snack? Okay, go ahead in there, and our mom's coming in 2 seconds. Thank you. Thank you, babe. Can you close the door for mommy, please? Appreciate you. Okay. Because clinicians don't know what they're doing, and they don't, even when what theory are you using? Well, how are you tying that to the treatment plan, or how are you tying that to their work? They don't know. So what I am doing is working on a way to materialize that in a way people can digest it in their own time frame. And I want to do workshops, but I will be presenting this year at the VCA, so the Virginia Counseling Association conference. I'll be presenting twice. I have 2 different presentations, one on my theory and one on supervision. This November, I believe, I'll be presenting twice there, and then I'll be doing some other trainings and stuff. But please look out. Yes, come on, Tanzania. And that's where I'm going. I'm going to Tanzania and Zanzibar. And I'm going to like the Serengeti and stuff like that in 2026. Absolutely. But please look out. Please subscribe to my website. If you guys are subscribed here on TikTok, I'll make sure I do a lot of posts. for what I have coming up. And if you guys want to join the retreat, my plan is to have a retreat in 2026. I want to get at least 5 people for 2026. And again, this is not going to be a couple $100s. I want to forewarn you, we are going somewhere, meaning we're not going to, I would like to go out of the United States, but I'm trying to go slow. So I said I would try to do something more curated, maybe in the United States first. But my goal is to have international retreats where people are traveling and they can have experiences of themselves that they wouldn't have otherwise. That is a big part of what I'm offering and curating. So please, 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 like and subscribe here, share the live. Make sure you subscribe to my website so when I release information, you guys have it. I appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me. My baby's at home. But I thank you so much for you being here with me today. And I will be back. My goal is to come live at least once a week. And then I try to post at least once a day. So thank y'all so much. And I'll see y'all soon. Peace.